the moment of truth. Our secret speaker. Dear timers, please pay attention to start. Counting is the Toastmaster from our Friendly Friends Club. Yelyzaveta Ukhan, AI, the challenge of our time. AI, the challenge of our time, Yelyzaveta Ukhan.
Okay. Oh, sorry. And if so, how often? Okay. Often, yeah? Yeah. Okay. I hope it won't fall or it fall. Okay, thank you. With its popularity from last year, all of us became a little bit lazier in some tasks, but also more practical in other ones. When you need to do some task, you don't afraid of it, because you know that if you don't know something, you will type it on ChatGPT and it give you an answer. But if ChatGPT doesn't know the answer, is the final point. Okay, I'm always my task. I won't do it. But also it is a very good way to make new friends, because you can type something in ChatGPT. Just please tell me some jokes for your company, and he will do it. And here you are. It's success. But also when we think about studying process, here is everything worse. As you know, all of you know that I'm studying in the university now, and when we need to do some tasks, of course, we use ChatGPT. For example, I need to write coursework this year, just a huge work for one subject. And when everyone knew what topics they want to research, I was just like, can you please tell me what topic I want to research? It didn't help me. I needed to do it by myself. It's terrible. It was terrible. But also, we are all guilty of using it when we have our tests or exams. And I have two stories about it. When I was doing one of my home tasks, there were no information in the internet. We had no information from our books to do the task. I was just wrote ChatGPT, please, how can I do it? Tell me something. And I had a magnificent response. Sorry, I don't have any information about this task. Can you choose something else? Thank you. But can you say me, what do I need to do in this situation? You're a piece of... But okay, it's not the most cruel. I did this task, everything was okay. I had a good grade. But the most cruel is when you're on your exam and you just like type something and you hope that everything will be okay. And it also says you that I don't have any information, but we don't have any information in no one source. And you just like through the exam, because what do I need to write in this situation? Okay. When we talk about students, it is not so cruel, it's not so scary, but what if we think about pupils in school? Here are something more dangerous, because they overuse AI, and after this, they just don't know which continent Ukraine located on. And it sounds scary, really scary. But, and now we just can try to think, AI, it is a good or a bad innovation? Who thinks that it is good? Raise your hand, please. Good. And who thinks that it is bad? Okay. I know. A lot of movies with kids where robots. Oh my God. And end of the world. Oh my God. Okay. Think of this. Okay, but also let's think about it in the other way. When we need to remove the background of the picture, what do we use? Yes? but Photoshop, really? You do it manually? Just, oh my God. Oh.
No, of course not. No.
Okay, we use artificial intelligence. When we need to find some picture for our description, what do we use? Artificial intelligence. Also, when we need to increase the quality of our photo, what do we use? You know the answer is really artificial intelligence. And really, do it by yourself manually, it is so bad. It sounds like a nonsense. So can we say now that artificial intelligence, it is so bad? I think not. It can be useful in some ways. And what do we need to understand? That artificial intelligence, it is a tool that depends only on our use. And our use, it depends on our use, yeah. And what do we need also to understand? I forgot what I wanted to say. Okay, maybe ChatGPT would help me in this situation, but okay. We'll talk about it a bit later. Okay, when we, my God, what I wanted to say, I forgot. Okay, I remember it. No way. Okay, well, I remember. Okay, okay, give me one second, please. Okay, artificial intelligence won't make a professional from us. He just make a wrapper of a professional, but we won't become professionals if we just only will use it. If professional will use ChatGPT or some another AI program, it will be okay, because some easy operations to save time, and he became like more professional in this way. But also, my God, what I wanted to say also, thank you very much. Okay, also what I wanted to say, that I have 1 or 2 sentences that I wrote in my speech by ChatGPT, because I needed to describe the essence of artificial intelligence by it. And what about finishing this speech? Ladies and gentlemen, let us seize this opportunity to build a future where artificial intelligence serves as a catalyst for progress, where human creativity and compassion are amplified, and where the benefits of AI are distributed equitably to all. Together, we can shape a world in which humans and machines work hand in hand to create a better future for generations to come. Thank you.
Yelyzaveta, thank you very much. Another huge round of applause.
Microphone.
Sorry.
And what do we have now? We have now that transfer online and offline. And hope you heard me. Hope you heard me well online. So now Sasha is standing up here. So dear participants who are in Kyiv here in Medak, please, this is your leader for the following half an hour. So follow the leader. Yes, follow the leader, and you have 5 minutes now for, yes, after everyone have gathered, you have 5 minutes for preparation. So dear participants, you have that corridor. Please take your notes, and you have 5 minutes to write down everything you want in your notes. After that, you are going outside. The same is online. Our Zoom master, just wait until everyone is transferred online. So dear Zoom master, please tell me if everyone is transferred. We are transferring let me remind you, we are transferring Kevin Beggs, Liudmyla Kushch, Dec Cluskey, and Olha Shapovaliuk to the waiting room. To the waiting room. So, dear participants, you aren't going outside, you are just going to the corridor. Now you are just going to the corridor and to write your notes. Tymur, I think you also... that doesn't matter, but probably it's better to sit over there, and then I will invite you. Okay. Mm. Is anyone transferred online? Has anyone been transferred? So 4 people and Dec, and you don't see Liudmyla, yes? Okay. Because just a second, I will call her. Well, she's the third one. So
She's here, she's in the chat. Lucy,
so
right?
dear timers, let us start 5 minutes track. So timers online and timers offline. 5 minutes have begun. So get ready. And dear participants, just prepare. Ти Люду не бачиш взагалі, не? Ага. Minutes of silence, so as our participants can prepare their evaluations. Dear fellow Toastmasters, dear participants, well, can you hear me online? Please nod a hand. Please nod your head if you can hear me online. I see. Thank you very much. So now we are going to have our performances by our evaluation participants. So let me remind you the order of the participants. Dear judges, please pay attention and fill your ballots if you haven't done that. So the first who is going to be here is Tymur Berezhnyi here in Kyiv. Then the second participant is Kevin Beggs online. The third one is Liudmyla Kushch online. The fourth one is Olha Shapovaliuk online. The fifth one is Dmytro Nazarenko. The sixth one is Dec Cluskey online. The seventh, Lesia Yurchyshyn. The eighth, Yura Boychuk. Having said all of that, I wait until people are leaving our restaurant here, except for one, the first speaker. And I'm inviting here our first speaker, Tymur Berezhnyi. Looking forward to seeing him. Okay. There's some noise out there, and the participants are ready. Let me invite here the first participant of the evaluation contest, who is Tymur Berezhnyi. Tymur Berezhnyi.
Let's count my time, please. Where is Yelyzaveta? Is she here? I'm here. Ah, you're here. Yelyzaveta, it's great to evaluate your speech today. I remember once I already evaluated your speech when we were at Dnipro. I really enjoyed it. I especially remembered your surname, which is very unusual. And I remember my feelings that your speech that time and now, both, it was very good. So it's my pleasure now, especially that your speech was designed and was dedicated to ChatGPT, which is a very important thing for all of us. To tell the truth, I also use ChatGPT preparing for my today's speech. And it happens very rarely in my evaluations, but I wrote many more pluses than minuses in your speech. First of all, what I liked in your speech, that you started with a question to the audience, that you gave us personal examples, you gave several stories of your own using this, and it's always interesting to see example from live facts. Then your speaking style, I like very much. It's quite relaxed. You feel confident on the stage. You use your emotions. You use different intonations in your speech as well as humor. And your gestures were too very good. As well as use of visual aids. I especially like the moment when you looked at your phone, typed something, so you showed the exact situation, how people use ChatGPT. That's great, because audience always likes visual aids. What you can improve, of course, that moment when you're a little bit forgot, but I would say that a speaker's mastery is determined by what he does when he forgets his speech. And I'm sure that you did it perfectly, or almost perfectly. You didn't give up. I've seen speakers who just gave up and said, sorry, guys, I'll not continue. You didn't do this. You tried to remember, and you formulated in this way and that way what you wanted to say, and you finished your speech. Moreover, you felt quite relaxed while you were doing this. So this is a really good point. And as for your conclusion, maybe I would reverse it a little bit. You made your conclusion like a quotation from ChatGPT, but I understood something from this quotation. I didn't understand anything. And you could have reversed. You could have made this quotation and asked the audience, did you understand anything? If not, I'll tell you in my own words. That ChatGPT is useful, but you should be a professional in your own life and use it just as a tool. So to finish with your own life, not with a quotation, and demonstrate the superiority of human over a computer. Overall, thank you for your speech. I'm looking forward to your next speeches in our club, maybe also using ChatGPT. Thank you.
Thank you for the microphone. And now we are inviting here our next participant who is participating online from the UK. And it is just a little technical switch here. We are inviting. Let me invite to the stage our next participant, who is Kevin Beggs. Kevin Beggs.
Well, thank you, Elizabeth. The AI, the challenge of our time, was the speech that I'm evaluating. The first thing that I saw from Elizabeth was how good her gestures were. She was using her hands intelligently. The gestures were coming across to help improve the speech, and I really like that. For me, particularly, I'm not going to talk too much about the content of the speech because I don't really know much about ChatGPT. I may not have been the right audience for her, and I'll come to that in a short while when I come to the recommendations. What I also saw here with Elizabeth was that she was smiling a lot of smiling. That puts the audience at ease. That makes her look very confident, and she did look confident, even at the times when she'd lost her way a little bit. There was never a real hesitation and sort of, I want to jump off the stage, I'm scared. She always still looked confident. So I like that. She certainly got that going. I'll come to some more comments in a short while, but I've got 3 recommendations. I usually like to give 3 recommendations. The first one was that I felt largely ignored. There's 21 people online, and this was only being given to the audience in front of Elizabeth. And actually, that's if you're going to be presenting, you need to consider the whole audience and interact with the whole audience. So think about how to do that. And that was apparent when the pacing across the room, backwards and forwards, often put her off camera. So it's very difficult for an online audience to be there. One second thing that would largely improve any speech is to see some stories, more stories, and tell them about how you felt about doing things. Did you feel like you were cheating by using ChatGPT, or is it just normal these days, for instance? And talk about something that happened. And my third recommendation comes to the fact that I don't really understand what this ChatGPT is. I only heard about it a few months ago in Dnipro Hills, and that was see some examples in pictures maybe of this AI improved picture. But what I got here was I saw a discussion about whether ChatGPT is good, and she said that actually, if you're going to be a professional, you can't actually rely on it until you are a professional. And that's actually quite an interesting take on it. I quite like that idea. I also enjoyed the fact that she gave us a strong summary at the end, and to make sure it was perfect, she used her notes. Nothing wrong with using notes at all. We got it exactly how she wanted it to be given to us, and so I definitely applaud her on that one. So it's probably time for me to summarize now. Overall, we had an on-point talk, certainly in what is considered to be something that's really in the news now, delivered with gestures, good gestures, with confidence. It could be improved maybe with some stories, and consideration for the online audience would certainly help. And I would say well done to Elizabeth, and back to our contest chair.
Two minutes of silence. 2. And we can invite the next speaker here. Just wait for us. I heard everything.
Hello.
We are still having a minute of silence, so dear third participant, just wait for a minute. Actually, already less than a minute. The minutes of silence are over, and now I would like to invite here our third participant of the evaluation contest, who is Liudmyla Kushch. Liudmyla Kushch.
Good afternoon, dear participants and fellow guests. As usually, I'm honored to evaluate the speech of Yelyzaveta. So let's start. Being a teacher, I'm also teaching teenage students how to give speeches and how to evaluate. And this is the reason why I'm here today. So I must be given a good example. Well, let's start with things which I really liked. First, I really liked optimistic and energetic way of delivering the speech. The topic of the speech is really up to date. It's relevant, and I would recommend it for sure for teenage students as well. Next, Yelyzaveta had a role in an important issue of creativity and self-work, of real motivation. And she did it through the personal story. Next thing, I liked her enthusiastic body language. And the last but not the least, I absolutely adored the ending, which was created by artificial intelligence itself. And it was kind of message how to say how artificial intelligence and other technologies can stay friends with people, you know, not to come into a conflict. So these 5 things are really nice, and they make speech powerful. And now let's talk about things which can be improved. Not much, actually. Here I won't mention the grammar, because more often what we say is much more important than how we say it. That's why just 3 things which can be improved, in my opinion. So the first, of course, being a speaker in front of a big audience, we have to learn our speeches by heart. It's not okay to forget. Of course, sometimes it happens that while you're doing rehearsal, you do everything perfectly, but like when looking into the eyes of people, you can forget even something important. That's why I would recommend to concentrate more on the message you are delivering than on the people you are delivering the message and what do they think about you and how good you are prepared, this and that. So the next thing, in my opinion, it's your body language. I mean the gestures. I was watching you walking this way and that way. I would recommend to stop time to time and to give wide gestures to the audience, to make a pause with your gestures as well as with your words, because pauses is that what gives more power. And the third, which I consider to be really important, I missed the delivery of the topic in the middle of your speech. I would like to hear something. On the one hand, artificial intelligence is good because this, that, and that. On the other hand, sometimes or even often it makes people lazy because this, that, and that. And it's up to you to choose whether you use it, what cases you use it, this and that. And of course, I had experience of using it as a language teacher, artificial intelligence, and it was perfect. He asked, what would you like to talk about? I answered, I would like to talk about love languages. And that AI gave me so much information I was looking for, like, much longer. And it was all in perfect advanced style. That's why I absolutely agree. Artificial intelligence is a great helper, but of course, we don't have to forget that it's a great help in people's hands, and it's kind of friend who is intelligent but not empathic. Thanks a lot for your speech, for your topic, for pleasure to evaluate you, and wish you great success in your further development as a public speaker. Thank you very much, dear judges and audience.
Thank you very much, Liudmyla. And now we are
My
having
pleasure.
a minute of silence for judges. Please, dear timers, show me the time. And we are ready to invite here Olha Shapovaliuk from the waiting room.
It wasn't. Oh yeah, it could have been.
Hey, hello.
We are still waiting until the minute is over, the minute of silence, and then we will invite Olga to speak. Well, the minute of silence is over. And now I'm ready to invite here our first participant, who is Olha Shapovaliuk. Olga.
Is AI a challenge of our times? Nowadays, people speak a lot about it everywhere. All channels, all news are filled with the information and discussions about this. And that was the great topic to talk about. Bard, ChatGPT, different other tools helping us in this challenging world. And that was a great topic to choose. So in addition to this, in addition to great topic to deliver, we should know how to be prepared for the speech and what are the great components of the speech. Of course, the great component of the speech are jokes. Jokes, even if the speech is just difficult, serious, and important for everybody, jokes are essential part of it. And even if we hesitate, even if we have a tired situation, jokes can help us to dilute these tensions. For example, just, oh, what should I speak about? Oh, I forgot, probably ChatGPT will help me. That was amazing. In addition to this, the conclusion of our speech should be perfect, should be essential, and should contain the message. And that was the message of the speech. Yes, ChatGPT can help us, and we can live together by cooperating with this. In addition to this, what can else be done? Sometimes we may forget about something. Yes, it's life. Things may happen, but we should not be afraid of interacting with the audience by asking questions. So guys, let's sum up what have we discussed. What have we discussed together with you? Just what are the advantages? What are the disadvantages of the using AI? And the audience will interact with you while you will think what you can do next. So just to prepare a great speech, make the topic sparkle, add some jokes, and find the greatest conclusion. And yes, guys, may AI always be on your side. Thank you.
Olga? Thank you. And now we're having another minute of silence for the judges online and offline. And I hope our Sergeant at Arms, Alexandra, is ready to invite here our fifth speaker, who is chilling outside.
Literally.
Please, dear participants, mind the time, mind the timers, pay attention to the signs of timers online and offline. Thank you very much, dear timers. And now I'm happy to invite here our fifth participant of the evaluation contest, Dmytro Nazarenko. Dmytro Nazarenko. And that's for you.
Of course. Well, first of all, Lisa, thank you so much for a very interesting, a very engaging speech. Well, it was engaging straight from the very first moment when you started. I love the way that you started your speech to make the audience feel engaged by asking a few of these questions. And this was one of the things that made it an original speech per se. What I also noticed was that you were indeed very confident on the stage, and you appeared to be very confident on the stage until you started to forget some of the things that you wanted to mention closer to the end of your speech. What I would probably suggest to do in these cases, at least that is what worked for me, I would probably not try to memorize it entirely by heart, but instead to make the paragraphs that you found hard to memorize into detailed bullet points. At least that worked for me. Also, I would say that I expected a bit more of a choice of gestures and a bit more of vocal variety. However, whenever we are here at this bar, at this cafe, Medak is the name of it, I'm in case you didn't know. Whenever we are here in this cafe, I always worry about speakers forgetting to look at that side to the right of the column, but you didn't forget that, so thanks. So thanks for that. What I also enjoyed very much in your delivery, in the way that you gave your speech, was that it was very clear. There were probably a few minor remarks in terms of in terms of pronunciation and grammar, but other than the remarks and the room and the things that could be improved that I had mentioned, it was a very pleasant, a structured, a well-structured, a well-organized, and an engaging speech. So thank you so much for that.
Dmytro, thank you very much. And we are having another minute of silence for the judges to make their decisions, to put their scores. Dear timer, online timer, please remember about red on 3 minutes. I see red cards here in Kiev. That means that our next participant might be ready, and he is. So let me invite here Dec Cluskey. Dec Cluskey.
Wow, 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 wow. This was good. Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Ha ha ha. Let's share this great speech. This speech was music to my ears. I've got 3 real strengths that I got from this, and let me tell you about those strengths. First of all, the content. Now, the delivery of the content, okay, let's the elephant in the room, the blank. Elizabeth handled this blank perfectly. We've all blanked. We've all done it, haven't we? Everybody in the room, we've all done it. She handled the blank perfectly. She didn't apologize. She kept it fun, and she kept laughing, and the phone out, it was a masterstroke. Now, about the delivery, it was strong, it was solid, great outfit, by the way, great outfit. The dark against the light background was perfect. The third item of strength that brought music to my ear again was the smile. Smile does everything. And the rhetorical stuff, bringing in the audience, little tip, mention them by name. They love it. The audience loved that. That was all music to my ear. Now, to take this speech up to the next level, I would say there are some little points that Elizabeth may like to consider. Consider a quote, dynamite. Jeff Bezos said, "Artificial intelligence is not a substitute for human intelligence. It's a tool to amplify human creativity and ingenuity." That would have been dynamite at the start, and that certainly would have been more music to my ears. Consider your whole way of talking as talking to a 3-year-old. It's a wonderful trick. We all do it when we meet 3-year-olds. And Charlie, how are you? You look lovely today. Aren't you good? Everybody, isn't Charlie gorgeous? I've never seen a child like it. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. That's absolutely terrific. Now, why don't we speak like that when we're doing a speech? Why not? It's wonderful stuff. And here's a good tip. Make pictures. If you're moving all the time, like Elizabeth was all the time, make pictures. I'd like to make this point about AI. And I'll tell you something else. This is a very important point to make. Make pictures. So the summary. The content was great. Handled the blanks, strong and solid. Consider the quote and talk like it is to a 3-year-old. If she takes this advice, she ends up at the top table of great speakers.
One minute of silence for the judges. And I think Alexandra can invite Lesia here. Here's the minute of silence, and Lesia can be invited. Is she invited? I see her. Okay. I know you're mocking me.
I am not.
You're together.
You're showing your stuff like 10 seconds early. What? What? I've got 48 seconds of this minute of silence. 54. 53.
Okay, the minute of silence is over, and now the time has come for me to invite here our 7th participant. Welcome here, Lesia Yurchyshyn. Lesia Yurchyshyn.
Hello, everyone. Actually, today I have a really big honor to evaluate our Lisa. Where is Lisa? Lisa, where are you? You are so far away from us, but I will try to talk to you and to our audience at the same time. So maybe the first one, I wanted to say you to encourage you to use this opportunity to take part in evaluation contests like this, because to have at the same time 8 evaluation, it's very strong and very bravery for you. So I just wanted to say you a big round of applause for all your bravery and for courage to do it. Another thing I also wanted to emphasize is about the content of your speech. In our days now, in our life, it looks very awareness of what we are talking about, and it's also can be relevant to all of our experience. And at the beginning of your speech, you use that hook to ask us a question and to see how we react. And during your speech, you try to ask us again. It was very appropriate and very good to follow your questions and to follow how your brain is thinking and how you combine all this in the speech. So the content of the speech, the topic of the speech, and the methods which you use to communicate with audience was really the perfect. So just another round of applause to you. Other things I put in my notes, it was about examples about artificial intelligence. Yes, it's not just ChatGPT, it's Google search and all other things. Also about all your summary about tool which depends on your use, about your speaking area. Here you try to use to go on the stage. The language which you use was really good. Eye contact, I see your eye contact with a lot of audience. It's great for any speaker. Maybe just to take you some more additional thing, you can not just ask us about positive or negative attitude, but you can also give some quotation of famous people or some scientist research which now are working about ChatGPT 5, for example, because they started the experiments, they started and they stopped the experiments. They have a lot of worrying about this. So just add more of this point and to support all your things about positive and negative. And to sum up all my evaluation today, I wanted to say you another praise and another encourage to come to us as often as you can and just let research our IA together.
So thank you very much. And we are now again having a minute of silence for the judges to decide to make their scores on this very performance. And I guess our eighth speaker, eighth evaluator is going to feel a bit warmer now because he is already inside and is waiting and is preparing to participate.
You didn't storm Mary.
The minute of silence is over, and I'm happy to invite here our eighth participant, Yura Boychuk. Yura Boychuk. The microphone is yours.
My
The
microphone.
stage is
Same.
yours.
Just a second. Wait for me to fix it.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we've been the witnesses of progress since I remember when I had just a regular phone, and now we can use smartphones. We can have video calls, and we can have some new features in our cars, by the way. And now we face artificial intelligence. And thanks, Yelizaveta, for selecting such a critical, crucial topic, which is quite actual nowadays. I like how you started, by the way. I like how Yelizaveta started interacting with the audience, asking questions. That was a perfect start. And I'm really happy that you used this stage. You showed how you used artificial intelligence by typing, by searching for information. That's how you use gestures. It's really useful. And moreover, there were some jokes inserted in your speech. So you made the audience laugh. By the way, I also like your eye contact. You have the eye contact with the audience. You feel relaxed, use the stage. It's perfect. You have a conclusion. As for me, it was a very strong conclusion. I didn't like that you read it. Perhaps you had an opportunity to tell us without reading it. But it was really strong. But there is also one room for improvement, because I caught you just clutching your hands twice, and caught you looking at the ceiling. Perhaps something was written there, I don't know. And your main part consisted of 2 stories. It's okay. I think it was really structured, but I would change it a bit. I would play around pros and cons of artificial intelligence, telling about the pluses and making a story about the pluses, and telling about cons, telling about the minuses, and inserting 1 or 2 stories. One story about pros, another story about cons, pluses and minuses. And then after that, you can make a conclusion, like you did, about the pros and cons, and how this artificial intelligence will help mankind. Dear contest chair.
Thank you very much, Yuri.
Yes, it's me.
Thanks for microphone as well. Now, there's 2 minutes of silence for our judges to make their final score and to make their decisions, actually, who the first, second, and the third participant who wins. And And after that, we wait a little bit for the decision. But we aren't going to wait for the decision in a calm way, just in silence. We are going to have a small entertainment here. So now just wait for 2 minutes until the judges decide, what they have to decide. Dear judges, please pass the pictures of your ballots, or just the first, the second, and the third place, to our chief judge via Telegram, or, which is better, via email, because Telegram has some issues. It's having some issues. Well, we also had a few extra seconds in case our judges are still trying to decide. So please send your results or pass your results in Kyiv, or send your results via email to Liudmyla Kushch. And we are now going to have that decision made. And please, dear timers, pass your ballots to the chief judge. Hope there are no disqualifications because of time, but things happen, unfortunately. So that is why we are going to wait for it. And while our counters and our chief judge are making the final decision, counting what our judges decided, let us remind and let us recall what we have had here. And let us have a small talk with our participants. The first participant who participated in the speech contest, I hope will arrive here, because I'm already holding his certificate here. And it is Yura Boychuk. Round of applause. Yes, this is your certificate, and let us smile, and we can see each other, and can see us both here and there online.
It's for me?
Yes, and I have a question for you. Yes.
Which one? How we got promoted?
Yes. Is ChatGPT a helpful thing to get promoted, especially when you have that mean boss that you had?
You see that it was almost approximately 20 years ago, and we didn't have GPT chat. Perhaps I don't know why I was promoted. Perhaps she just saw it me, understood that she is really mean person, and decided to change her behavior. That's why I got this promotion. Maybe she just wanted to be very good in her life. I don't know. It's still a riddle for me.
So it was a woman. That is an answer.
Yeah, it was a woman.
So
I'm a womanizer, you see.
I haven't said that, but probably your next speech is going to be about that. But it's a really thin ice.
Of course.
Please remember. So thank you very much. Congratulations on participating. Our next speaker would participate online, and it is Alexander Mironchuk. So I would like to ask Alex to switch on the camera I mean the sound, but only answer after I address my.
Unfortunately, I can hear you. Sorry, but unfortunately something with microphone and I can't hear your question.
Haven't you?
Now I can hear you.
All right. Can you hear me well? The question is as follows, Sasha. If the stone cats are popular, will the real cats suffer after that?
Okay,
What do you think?
It's a difficult one because it's like related to the cat. So I think that it depends from the person. If person don't have enough free time, he can use this a job gives like a rug pet in order to play with it. But if there are some person who have a lot of free time, I encourage to get a real cat and even get a dog and whatever you really like. So that is up to you. And it could be a big friendly family with a rug, a cat, and dogs.
Picture together, even despite your online and offline. Thumbs up. Sasha, thumbs up.
Alex,
Okay.
please smile.
Smile. Look into the camera. And this thing would be passed to you as soon as you are in Kyiv. Our next participant of the speech contest is Kevin Bax, the third one. So, dear Kevin, there's your certificate, and I have a question for you. If someone is inspired by your by a call to action, so if you thought that you couldn't, but just try, but you want to try, just try and think that you can and make a step. And if the person has a startup and fails, what would you suggest for that person? Sometimes it happens, even if the person is great and can do that.
If you fail, well, you are always going to fail. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than you and I have failed because they've tried. And that's the key note here. When I tried to become self-employed, I failed because I took a year's contract with Tesco's supermarket, and 3 months later they cleared all of their self-employed people out. And I was then, what am I going to do? But you make contacts, and it's all about people. And you know, everything in life is about people. You can't get away from people and relationships. And because for me, I'd built some relationships with people in Tesco's. They then recommended me a place to go where they went, and I joined them. The reason I became self-employed was because Tim was going to do it, and he kind of inspired me. So you're going to be inspired by people. You're going to be helped by people. But don't forget that, you know, one of the key ways of making luck in life, according to psychology, is to make as many contacts as possible. So yeah, if you fail, fantastic. It means you're learning. But go to your contacts, be inspired by other people, get yourself up off the floor, bounce back.
The certificate is waiting for you.
I'll be there.
Picture together, smile, thumbs up, and look into the camera. Thank you so much. Here's your certificate. Our next participant is over here. Well, imagine you are already a really, really popular opera singer.
Okay.
What's next? What's next? A profession you are going.
I'm going to switch maybe to Why not? You just talk and people pay money. I think it is a little bit easier than to sing with such a voice.
Okay, will you invite us for your first show?
Of course.
I got it. And let's sing together. All right. And now here we have Dec Cluskey. After I invite him, we have Dec Cluskey, and well, not every person likes when someone teaches or mentors his or her in not really polite way. Do you easily get the information and pieces of advice when someone addresses the pieces of advice in not really polite way? And what should the person do when he or she is said in a bit rude manner or something?
Natalie, I'm a good listener, but I couldn't, it's echoing as well.
Okay,
so very hard to
may
hear.
I repeat my question?
Say it again, please. Short.
Okay.
Yes.
If someone is giving a piece of to someone else, a piece of advice in not really polite manner, what would you advise to that person who gets that piece of advice that is a bit rude? How to get it? How to react to it?
I think the question is, if somebody gives you advice in a not so nice way, they are evil and nasty. I have found in life, really, and it's something I say to young people who ask me, how to be successful in any business, speaking, in music, acting, whatever, films, whatever. Listen to all advice and just do it. The number of people who go to huge seminars and pay £2,000, £3,000 for 4 days at the O2, say in London, and they go and they take all of this stuff, they listen to it, and they just simply don't do it. They've paid £3,000 and they don't do it. So no matter how nasty the advice is, there may be something good. Just take it, and what they say, run with it. Just take all the advice and just do it. The old story, do what you're told.
Thanks so much, really wise advice, and let us have a picture together. So thumbs up, smile, and look into the camera. Okay, thank you very much. Very nice picture. And Kate is waiting for you.
Yeah. I'll be there.
Right. Our next participant would be our... Yes, it's Tymur Berezhnyi who participated in the evaluation contest. So let's take a picture. Congratulations, and we're waiting for the results. Our next participant, we had 3 participants online. So Kevin, is Kevin here? Oh, please unmute yourself or show up. course, I'm feeling you. So let's take a picture. Smile, look into the camera. And the next one, Lyuda Kushch, Liudmyla. Guys,
Yes.
everyone who isn't in Kiev, your certificates are waiting for you here. Or maybe will be transferred.
I'll come in June, dear Natalie. I'll come for 3 weeks in June. So we're gonna see each other and hug. Yeah.
Lyuda, smile, look into the camera, thumbs up. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Then Olha Shapovaliuk. Olha also was participating online. Smile.
Hello.
Just a second, please. Just a second. Right. Smile. Dmytro Nazarenko is here in Kiev. The same. Look into the camera. Thumbs up. Congratulations on your first participation. Congratulations, you earned Timecodes. Then Dec again. Let's find Dec, and as soon as Dec is on the screen, smile. Yeah, yeah. Another certificate is yours, so you are collecting them, Dec. And now, who's going to take a picture of me and Lesia? Because Lesia deserves it. Okay, and Yura Boychuk, who participated in the evaluation contest. Please come here and.
I have 2 certificates.
Yes, of
Great.
course.
And maybe more, who knows?
Who knows, yes. Okay, same thing.
And dear Chief Judge, do we have results already? Of course. We have results. Okay. Let us start with 3rd places. And let us start with the. Okay. We're gonna have Let us start with the 3rd place of the international speech contest, and the person who possesses it, who deserved it, maybe online, maybe offline, maybe in Kiev, maybe somewhere in the UK or in another city of Ukraine, maybe even in Kiev online, but it is. Okay, it's a member of Dnipro who.
Maybe it's a human being.
Yeah. Okay, I'll shorten intrigue. He soon turns 40. But guess who between these men who were participating?
Okay. Another certificate.
Another certificate we promised you.
You promised
And
me.
these are your presents. Guys. Oh, bye.
Thank you.
And now please get ready to hear about the 2nd place winner. Who? The 2nd place winner. It's again member of Dnipro Hills.
Yeah, and I guess I will be again in the role of holder of certificate, as I have this role on previous contests in Dnipro Hills, because it's an online speaker, and it goes to Dec Cluskey.
That those great presents are yours, the coaster and this really helpful week. Thanks for you. Congratulations, Dec. I'm going to pass them to you somehow. And who are the first place winners? And the first place winner of the international speech contest here in Kyiv online, I don't know, I still don't know. And it is the member of Dnipro Club. Who's that?
Tymur Berezhnyi.
Wow. What is it?
It's very practical and for something else.
This one certainly fits in here.
Yeah, of course. It's very tasty. And the People's Choice prize goes to, and I would like to see our participants online. Why do I like it? Why would
Because it goes to Dec Cluskey.
And what do we have here for you? There's postal service, Nova Poshta in Ukraine. And we definitely are going, yes, to pass it, to send it to you by post.
Congratulations.
It's a really nice thing. I have this one and you will enjoy it as well. Oh, yes.
Please take the bottle of champagne. Dec.
Yeah. Congratulations. However, we have another contest winners, the winners of the evaluation contest. And we have a third place winner, who is a person, a human being, not a ghost, a member of the Dnipro Hills Club, a really energetic person, and got a few certificates already, and is going to get his fourth certificate. It's Yura Boychuk. Well, and another trick.
Another printed. Good.
So you,
Another.
Right, thank you very much. Congratulations, Yura. Those are for the second place winner. And who is the second place winner? I have to go to the UK because the second place winner is coming back.
Congratulations!
Wow, thank you.
The second place in the evaluation contest, and this coaster and
Didn't expect that.
are yours. Congratulations and great, congratulations. Guys, I'm collecting your prizes.
Thank you.
And now I'm intrigued, and are we going to? I already said who is the winner, and you know what? I'll tell you later what. Let's define who's the winner. Let's hear who is he or she, the winner, the first place winner, and the winner of these really magnificent prizes in the evaluation contest of the Dnipro Hills Club of the 2024 is
Dec Cluskey.
Yes, and go to the UK and have 7-hour journey by train to the south of England, right? From Sheffield. Yes. Okay, thank you very much, guys. It's yours.
Sorry. May I have a microphone already? So please bring me the microphone. It's charging. Okay. Thank you very much.
Please switch on the sound inside. Switch on the sound inside for me to hear that. Okay, can you? It hasn't been switched, guys. Please switch on it. Switch it on. All right. So switch it off. Switch it off. No, just press the button. Okay. What would I like to say to every one of you? Thank you very much for devoting your time, for preparation, for coming here. Especially, thank you very much for devoting your time, for being here today and for preparing the technical things, for reading all the guidelines I sent to you, and for being with us online, for judging, for showing us our